up to the cameraman.
Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king.
Hi David, Auntie Patricia here. You're probably all getting too old for us to be referring to ourselves as Auntie anymore, but I just want to wish you a really happy 40th birthday. 40 it might seem like a big number to you, but to the rest of us, it's not. I was reminded today, I was convinced that I was 63 for another year at least, but apparently my next birthday is 64. Bernie was reminding me of that today, so enjoy being in your 40s. I don't remember you too much being around Ballyhargan. I think that might have been Martin's territory. But I do remember you up around Chapel Road when I was in and out with your mummy a lot. And you were coming in your St. Pat's Mahara uniform. And I believe that that's where you met the love of your life. So she was very friendly with Joanne. And but that's lovely that that's where you met originally. I think you did a wee bit of Irish dancing as well. Is that, I'm not sure if that is true or not, but I think I do remember you doing a wee bit when you were younger, you maybe 6 or 7. So anyway, it is brilliant that you are all getting together to celebrate your birthdays. So have a lovely evening, everybody, and happy birthday to Michelle, who is 40 as well. So have a great evening, and hello to everybody in the family, and take care, and hopefully see some of you soon. Okay, bye.
Hi David, Auntie Brenda here. I believe it's a big birthday for you coming up this weekend, if not today. So I could start by saying, I remember when I was 40. But I do remember when I was 40. And I say it was some of the best years of my life. So I hope you're living the dream now. And Joanne mentioned about me writing down a few memories. And I'll be honest, David, you were out and about doing stuff. You were away at university. You were doing all kinds of things. When I saw you. So we'd be kind of ships passing in the night if I came down to see Bernie. When you lived, not Chapel Road, the other place. You lived opposite the chapel. Okay, so whatever, enjoy the next decade of your life. And I hope you have a really nice celebration this weekend. Okay, all the best from Brenda.
Hello, David. David, it's your Auntie Marion here. I just want to wish you a happy 40th birthday. Well, I don't remember an awful lot about you growing up, but because I think you went to Dungiffen, and I think I was away long before, for that. And I always remember you were a great wee boy. You were very, very quiet, and you just sat and you just smiled, and you'd been looking up at your mammy, and you always sat quite close to your mummy, and you didn't say very much. You were very reserved, and I just hope you have a good day on your 40th. Also, Michelle, I think you're 40 as well, I was told. I hope you have a lovely birthday as well, and you celebrate. And I do remember you coming here. You'd have hung out with Joanne, so you would have, and you think you might be in the same class. But here, I wish you all the best, and many happy years ahead of you. So, all the best to both of you. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
Hey David, happy 40th, and hello everybody. It's a blast from the past here, your old neighbour. We're not getting any younger, unfortunately. I'm 40 years old as well, so yeah, I'm feeling the aches and pains. Trying to think of a childhood memory. There was one that came to mind. I remember we were building a tree hut out the back of the castle. Dave behind me, hammering on a nail, bang, bang, bang. And the bang stopped. I turned around. David missed the nail and fell out of the tree. I turned around. I thought he was KO'd on the ground, but yeah, you were a bit younger back then, so you were able to bounce off the ground, and you were absolutely fine. But yeah. As we're getting on a wee bit, I wish everybody all health and happiness. It's been a while, and yeah, happy 40th, and I hope you enjoy your celebrations. Bye bye.
Hello David and Michelle, this is Mary and myself here, just wishing you a very happy 40th birthday. Joanne asked us to give you a wee memory from the past, so the thing that springs to mind is your mum running around shouting, "Where is David? Where, Joanne, please go and get David, we can't find him." So listen, that's it. I'm sure you remember that well. So enjoy the rest of the celebrations and have a fantastic future. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Bye. Bye.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David from all the Burks from 5B Chapel Road. Happy birthday to you. Really good memories.
Wanting to wish you a happy 40th birthday, and can't believe the baby of the house is now 40 years old. And I just want to tell you that my earliest memory was actually the day you were born. And whenever you were born, I think that I was overcome with jealousy that you were actually born, and all of Mummy's attention wouldn't be directed towards me anymore. But obviously I got over that jealousy, and I just want to say I'm very, very proud of the man that you've become. And also happy 40th to Michelle. Alright?
Yes, David, happy birthday. Happy 40th, lad. I hope you had a good one. And a happy birthday to Michelle too. I know it was her birthday, I think maybe the same day, if I mind right. But this is the sort of birthday present you're getting. But shit, I know. But happy birthday, sir. I hope the family's keeping well, hope everybody's keeping well. Just thinking about all the good times we had back in the day. Between camping, going fishing, all that carry on. I think the best memory was you falling out of that tree house. So it was. But I hope you have a real good one, lad. 40's not that bad. Hard to believe that we were running about and that was probably 30 years ago. So it was clean mad. But it is what it is, we're getting there, getting out. But anyway, as I say, happy birthday. Hope everybody's well. I hope Joanne, Tini, Martin all doing well. And missions all. Happy birthday, sir.
Hello, David. A blast from the past, and she's gone white as well. But anyway, it's a privilege to be able to wish you a happy 40th birthday, and I hope that the year ahead brings you many, many blessings. Joanne asked me to say a few words to you, and you know this, when someone asks you to do something like this, it's sometimes very hard to remember things, especially at my age, but I suppose my overriding thing with that I always remember about you is how your mammy always got the date of your birth mixed up. It was almost like a family joke at the end, wasn't it? She just used to get the days wrong. But anyway, you were a great wee lad. My memories of you are very, very positive. Great times had up at your, both in the Chapel Road and further on up in Glen Road. Out and on back fields with a snowboarding or whatever, I don't know what you use half time. Went down in the snow down the back field behind the houses. And you were a great friend to Nicky. You were a great little lad. You've turned out to be a wonderful father, I hear, and a husband as well. And on that note, I'd like to wish Michelle a very, very happy birthday as well. Imagine meeting someone that shares your birthday. That in itself is something else. I really hope that you both, I know you have been celebrating up to now and everybody's catching up this weekend. So all the best, David and Michelle, for the years ahead, and I hope that it's filled with love and happiness and joy. And when the hard times come, and I'm sure they will, because none of us get off that easy, always know the man above's with you no matter what. All my love and many, many blessings. Take care and have a great year. Love to you all. Bye.
Happy birthday, David and Michelle.
Hope you had a great birthday. We love you both.
See you soon.
Hi David, happy 40th. I still can't believe it. We're both born in 1986 and now here we are hitting the big 4-0 this year. I still remember in primary 1 or 2, we must have been about 4 or 5, asking for a play date at your house. And honestly, going to your house felt like stepping into the McAllisters in Home Alone. And that was for all the pranks and mischief we got up to as well. I remember back then, maybe you or Marie or someone in the family picking us up in a jeep from school for that first visit. And from then on, it was just endless fun weekends. Straight from school on a Friday to your house. Nintendo 64, PlayStation, GoldenEye, Worms, Metal Gear Solid. All Friday, all Saturday, all Sunday. Then, to my disappointment, I would have to head home to my second house, my second family, the Rices. But for then, it was just the start really. We grew up together, endless pranks, fishing trips and all those nights in Slackneil. Who'd have thought the place that we thought was just a disco back then was actually a village where people lived and where we'd both end up finding our wives. You always welcomed me like family. The highlights of my childhood growing up and all the happiness, you were there. The low points, you were always there to support me as well. A true best friend. You've been my brother from another mother. So as we turn 40, I guess my wish is this. Even though life took us down different paths over the last 20 years, I hope we get back to making more memories, having more crack and more adventures together. I truly love you. Happy birthday to you and Michelle as well. Here's to our next chapter.
Hello. I suppose I've been asked to do this because he done it for me, but here, David, lordy, the Wayne's 40. My God, where's all the time go? I suppose it just goes faster and faster and faster the older you go. Anyway, I've been asked a couple of memories about David, and two memories come to mind. The first one, I suppose, is probably down to the roaring success that he's had in Lidl, whatever you want to call it. Started off in Lidl, I think it was here, but he then went over to England along with Michelle. Michelle was doing her teaching, studying in London, and he started off in a store over there. So apparently one day, this guy come in and had a leg of lamb. But he didn't take it to the till. He raced out the door with it. But our David, what did he do? He just was Superman. He just thought he would run after the man. We would have a theme here, by the way, and we would have a tone. So he ran after the man. The man got the better of him. But not our David. He jumped in the back of a white van. This is true, by the way. So he instructed the man, follow that man. So of course the white van followed the man. David cut him off. Man dropped the leg of lamb. David won. Now he's massive and little, so tell me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a connection there. Man goes the whole way. Anyway, listen. I'm going to tell you another quick story about, I think he got one over me this time around. Probably maybe the only thing. At his wedding, I was asked to do best man. Nobody else has to be the old sprawler, like, there wasn't really much choice, but I was asked to do it. And of course I was very nervous, not a good speaker. Had a pre-arranged speech to do, cramped myself. I thought, right David, right, what's the crack here? David says, don't worry about it, Martin, all's in hand. I have a couple of Valium. I says, oh happy days, that's class. So just after the mass, he says, Martin, I've a bit of a problem, I've lost the Valium. And I says, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I thought, right, well, I got to the hotel reception. I said, David, are you serious? You forgot the Valium? And they went, aye, Martin, I am. I swear to God, I am. He says, I'm crap myself too. So I thought, right, do you know what I'll do? I'll overcompensate or compensate and take a couple of pints of beer. So of course, a couple of pints of beer, another couple of pints of beer. About 15 minutes before the speeches, David went, Martin, guess what? I found the Valium. I said, oh, give it to me, give it to me. So of course Martin took the Valium. Speech went on for an hour. Oh my God. Definitely got one over me. I even got heckled by Colin David. But anyway, listen David. You're 40. Michelle's 40. All in the one day. I hope maybe somebody doesn't else cover this, but I remember you telling me that whenever you sent all the papers away to get married, they were sent back because you're the exact same date of birth. Well, I must have told that story to 25,000 people since I heard it. But anyway, David, listen, so proud of you to be your big brother, as I'm sure you're so proud to be my wee brother. Anyway, happy birthday to both of you, and all the best. Up little.
So this is all a wee bit last minute. But yeah, add me to your group chat because Martin didn't realise that we had to do videos. But here goes. So David, Michelle, first of all, happy birthday. It's hard to believe that we're all 40 now, myself included. But look, if I think back over the years, David, whenever I first came into your household, you were a year younger than me. You're still only a year younger than me, but we've probably grown up an awful lot during that time. If I think back like to your earlier days, I remember you coming across to Newport in South Wales, borrowing the Golf. I don't know if it was mine or Martin's actually, but you took the wee black Golf or the wee red Golf maybe down to London for your interview with Lidl and to visit Michelle, I think, for the weekend. I remember the two of us heading off to America and all the fun that came with that, including whenever you ran out of money and I had to run to the post office for Bernie and Martin to top up the wee card so that you had some extra funds. I also remember whenever you came back home having to write a letter to an insurance company saying that you were deceased alongside your mamma to get out of a 15k medical bill, and Martin still insists that you had the DTs, that it was alcohol detox. I'm not quite sure if that's right enough or not, but I don't think they followed you up for that 15k, so all's good. And I think in terms of the Waynes, like, I think they will definitely be jealous as they get older and realise that your part-time job in America was working in a theme park. They're two wee adrenaline junkies, so that probably is their goals and their aspirations for a part-time job at 19 or 20 years of age. I remember very jealously, David, you showing off your winnings from Las Vegas. I think it was an iPad and a few different bits and pieces. You did very well. Martin spent a fortune, so you definitely have the bragging rights to that. Long before that, I remember our wee cheap holidays. So I think we went 4-star to Portugal for 4 nights for £89. The only drawback was it was in January and I think it was about 11 or 12 degrees. But we still had the crack. We still got a few drinks and had a bit of fun. And there was even a wee chapel alongside the hotel. So your mummy was pleased that we chose a chapel that had a hotel on the grounds. And look, I think then as we've got a bit older, we've matured, the kids have come along, and if we think about it more recently, there's been family holiday in Fuerteventura with the kids, Easter egg hunts in the caravan. I think you might have even came to the St Patrick's Day parade in the Downings, where we had a fire truck, and maybe the I don't know what you call them, the Marine Search and Rescue was probably the highlight of it, but they've definitely got a wee bit better in recent years, so you'll have to get down again. And then not to mention the Easter egg hunts in the caravan, courtesy of Michelle. The Wayans absolutely loved those, and yeah, they'll be looking forward to that again. And look, the kids are now a wee bit older, so hopefully there'll be a few more nights out, and hopefully, yeah, we can get a babysitter or whatever. But looking forward to all the birthday celebrations. We're definitely a wee bit late, but we will get them booked in, especially Belfast. Really looking forward to that one, Michelle. But look, happy birthday from us. I'm sure you've had a great birthday so far. Long may the celebrations continue, and yeah, looking forward to the next 40 years, guys.
Lordy. David and Michelle are birthday. Lordy. David and Michelle are birthday.
So Emily, tell me something interesting about David.
Every night that day and
Stop talking for
that
me.
night go out with David and Michelle. They drink alcohol.
You drink what?
Alcohol. Tequila.
What's an interesting...
She's drunk right now. An interesting fact about David. As a child, he was annoying.
How do you know that?
Because of the videos. Lordy.
What's your best memories of David and Michelle?
I'll
For their
do
40th
Michelle. I'll
birthday?
do Michelle.
Right, go. Keep it decent.
Oi. Michelle, once we were locked out of the caravan and she really needed to go to the toilet. So she did something private under the car.
I think you're telling lies. How did you get on the caravan?
Amelia jumped in the window. Whee!
Is that right?
Yeah. So what I say?
You just done it again. So whenever David and Michelle come to the caravan, what's your best memories? Maybe go you first.
Whenever I had to climb into
No, we've
the
already
window.
talked about the window, but what else do you remember about the caravan?
Whenever Michelle was pregnant with Barra and me feeling her tummy.
Oh, that's nice. Emily, what about you?
I don't know.
Well, just a few words about our David. David, never will I forget the day you were born. Never. We were overjoyed that a new arrival was coming to the house. A new baby boy. A baby boy. I remember going to Elton Galvin and to visit you. And Mommy was sitting with you wrapped like a little doll tied to her, looking at you. She said, "Can you believe that he was born with a cord around his neck? And you had a big, massive blue vein on your eyelid. God, I don't know how long you had it. Probably as long as Mommy's talked about this cord around your neck. She talked about it for 20 years. But David, you were a beautiful little boy. You know, I loved, I suppose at that point, Mommy used to always say to me, "Will you dress Dave up?" I used to love dressing you up because you would have wore anything that I put on you, but it was always the nicest thing. I always made you look lovely. You were gorgeous anyway. But I used to always spike your hair up and all, take pictures of you, and whoever came in, I would have said, stand there, David, put your arm out to the right or to the left, or stand, nod. You would have done anything at all. You're such a good baby. Remember going to Galway. Martin, you'll remember this story because remember you gave out because I would caught smoking. But that same holiday, I remember, David, you were teething, and Mommy said to me, Ree, would you take David for a few years and just see if you can get him settled? I said, no problem. You were wearing like a blue sort of Eskimo warm suit. So I had to walk around, I paced the house, and there went by 2 years, and by 3 years, and by 4 years, and by 5 or 6. I think maybe in the 7th year you actually fell asleep. But I was happy to walk you around because Mommy was tired because she'd cried that much a couple of days prior. I remember going on the boat on holidays to France. And obviously, as you know, Mummy hated the boat. She hated the sirens. Her nan, the only thing that kept them occupied was of course, the fruit machine, which was nearly at the exit doors beside the deck where you could go out onto. But usually I was sort of looking after you, but at this point you were on a like a rope thing. Mummy had bought this like harness for you. And you were sort of gone for about, say, maybe an hour, and I thought, Jesus, where's Mommy, where's David and Ann? So of course I goes looking for you, and I think you were tied to the fire extinguisher. Anyway, that was another story. But I could write a book actually, David. I'm just actually reading a few points, because when you get to this age in the 50s, you have to sort of try and capture everything and document it. Many days, David, I would have been over helping Mommy, as you know, tidying. She always used to say, come over and tidy the house. The occasional days she would have said to me, could you go on and tidy David's room? So I just opened the door and it was just total chaos. I mean, chaos. There's nothing confidential. Every statement, bank statement lying all over the place, bank cards lying over the place, and a few items that, I'm not going to mention, David, that I had to hide from Mommy. Anyhow, you'd that many things lying about that my Niall even went on one day and took advantage and started using your bank card ordering Farmville stuff for the computer. Well, he paid sorely for that one. For sure, he'll never forget that one. But David, one story that really sticks out in my mind, right? And I'll never forget this the day I die. I was out in Glenroe, and I think I was out brushing the front or something, right? And at a far distance away, I could see this woman coming walking at fast pace with a set of thick glasses. And of course, it was Teresa Keeley. But alongside this, a car was coming in the background. You could hear the revs and the smoke was rising out of it. And it was this car, but I can't remember what type of car it was, but the music was up that loud that the car was bouncing round the wee roundabouts. So the car anyway pulls in. I was paying no heed in the next minute. Didn't the car come flying onto your yard? Of course it was you, David. But you used to have the seats out far back that you're almost lying in the back seat. So the passenger door opened, and who pops out of the car? With great difficulty, Teresa Keeley. And the rave music would have burst her eardrums. That was just something I'll never forget, David. That was just funny. It'll always go down in history with me. Mommy, like, when I was over in the house, you know, Mommy would have took advantage maybe of going to bed for a couple of hours, which was grand. I had no problem. She went to bed, rested. I tidied up. Felt happy I'd done everything, tidied your room occasionally. But usually whenever I was about to leave, Mommy used to get up and go on towards the kitchen. Then I would have heard the rattle maybe of the pan, frying pan or whatever it was. And I used to say to her, oh, what are you doing? She goes, I'm making dinner. I was just great, I'm starving. She goes, oh, it's just dinner for me and David. Pulled out 2 steaks. And that was after maybe 3 years of me tidying. Oh, jeez, it was like a bull. Anyway, Mommy definitely struggled when you were leaving the house, David, because I just knew by her presentation, you know, she was happy because she knew that one thing was that you were financially stable to leave home. Because I remember saying to you a couple of times over the years, David, have you saved anything out of your wages? And you used to say, aye, all of it. And I used to say, what do you mean all of it? And you used to say, well, I never touched any of my savings because Mommy paid for everything for you. And that just brings me to my final point. When you moved out of the house, Mama used to say to me, will you check my bank statements? Just to make sure she had no fees attached and all this crack. But of course, this was 6 months after you'd gone. I says, Mommy, I noticed something on your bank statement today. She used to say, well, what was it? What is it, Marie? What is it? I said, our David's car insurance. You're still paying for it. Oh, I didn't even realise. She did realise. That was her. She couldn't cut the cord, David. But I hope you've been paying for your own sons, or probably Lidl's doing that one. But anyway, this video is just something that you'll be able to look back on and have a laugh about. Michelle, also, I want to say how weird it is that you and her David, the twins as I call you, have your birthdays on the same day. Now I know this is beyond your birthday time, but all the same, happy birthday to you too, Michelle. You have the pleasure of being with David, and you have a beautiful family now, and we really probably should be meeting up a little bit more, you know, because time passes so quickly. But I'm sure there'll be a few more family events, a few more nice houses in the horizon there. Now we can move around houses from house to house. There's plenty to choose from. But anyway, that's me signed out after 8.5 minutes. Oh God, that's so long. Right, bye. Enjoy this evening, everyone.
Well, David and Michelle, welcome to the 40 Club. This isn't so easy now that it's my turn, especially after chasing everybody up over the last few weeks. I was hushing them on, rushing them on to get it done. But here, we have it now. So, David, I have so many lovely memories of you as a child, and the one that stands out most is your smile. You were always smiling as a child, always happy, always running about. And wee Barra is just a repeat of you because he's always smiling. And when you were Barra's age, you were also flying around at his pace, just flying, never stopped, always loving to get speaking to people and running about. Mammy was always the one that was shouting, David, Joanne, go and get her, David, because you were always running about that hard. I remember whenever Mommy used to take us to the shops, you used to always put the windows down in the car and hang out the window, shouting out to everyone, hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today? And one day you leant out the window that much that you fell flat on your face. And of course, I get the blame for that because apparently I wasn't holding on to you properly. You went through a phase of devouring Petit Filou yogurts. Like Mummy used to have to buy the double 2-packs because you ate them morning and a night. And you had this infatuation with stacking them up one by one each time you ate them. And you were so proud because you were able to stack them and they never fail. But I remember too going on my P7 trip to England or somewhere, and when I was about to go out the door I cried so much I didn't want to leave you. But anyway, Mammy hunted me on. I was glad to get back from it because I couldn't wait to see David. Then when you quickly grew up to a teenager, you gave me the fright of my life. One night I was going down past the castle wall and you were standing with Ryan Burke with a pint the size of a bucket. I nearly died. I ran the whole way home crying. And yes, David, I did tighten you. So I don't know where we ended up that night, but anyway. We could go on and on about lots and lots of memories, but there will always be one that I will never ever forget. And that was the day that you drove your new company car in round the back of the Macmillan unit for Mammy to see it, because Mammy didn't believe it. So that day, that evening that you drove it around, I will never forget the proud smile on Mammy's face. She was just so happy to see this. You've done us all so proud, David, and we all love you and your beautiful wee family. So once again, very happy birthday to you and Michelle, and best wishes. Bye bye.
Happy 40th birthday, David and Michelle.
Just want to say happy birthday, David. Getting old now, big 40. We can't forget about Michelle as well. Also Michelle's birthday. Happy birthday, Michelle, as well.
Happy birthday, David.
To meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you.
Happy birthday, David, and happy birthday, Michelle, as well. Just so you know, David, I only design houses for my favourite cousins, and there's not a lot of cousins on that list, so you should feel very special.